Okay, just like imagine the book and the first 2 seasons of Shadowhunters in both of these hands. Okay, just imagine the book here and imagine the TV series here, because can't be bothered to get my book and can't be bothered, and I haven't got a DVD set. My Goldilocks original channel. I am Rose, obviously, and today it's a bit more of a different scenery again. In the last 2 videos I had trouble with the lighting in the conservatory, so to try and learn how to control the lighting a little bit more, I've moved it into the living room of my dad's house, and so far it's going okay. I don't think there's been any lighting changes yet. Let me know if you have any tips or anything for me to control the lighting. People say to me, "I'll just look it up," but I like to learn by hand. Like, I like to learn as I go along, so give me a little bit of tips but not too much detail, because then I'll be like, what? Also, you can see that I am standing today. This is sort of another sort of tip that I was given to when I'm talking or filming myself with you guys, and they said since I'm more charismatic when I'm standing, or like how stand-up comedians do it when they're standing, they're more vibrant that way. I thought I might just take a tip from that book and just try and do these videos standing, see if I'm more confident and it's more better. It's more better when I'm doing it when I'm standing. So let me know if you guys see any difference with me standing right now compared to the other videos where I was sitting. And yeah, let's get on to the topic of this video. Today's topic of this video is part of the Shadowhunters hiatus, and it is about the Mortal Instruments books versus the TV series. As in my previous video I did the books versus film, now it's the books versus TV series. And hopefully this is just going to be a short video, just saying the differences and the comparisons and everything like that. So let's just jump right into it. Hands down, I'm always going to say the books won. But there were some things in the TV series that I liked that I wish was sort of in the books now, but I understand that they have to have some differences between the books and the TV series to make it like a bit more original and to get like the shock factor from the audience. One of the things that has stayed the same basically is mainly the main characters. While there's some different personality traits to them a little bit, like Jace is a bit more open with his feelings than he is in the books, or Clary is a bit more, I don't know how to describe Clary from the difference between the books and the TV series, but there are little bits of different similarities in there. The main difference between the TV series and the books is that Jocelyn isn't in the TV series anymore. She was killed off in episode 8 of season 2. Spoilers for anyone who hasn't watched it yet. I should just say spoilers for any video I do, because I'm just going to blabber something out anyway. I found that to be really shocking, but I also understood why the TV producers did it, because no offense to Jocelyn, but in the books after the 3 main books, she wasn't really necessarily needed. She was more of just like a guest character after the 3 main books. But I feel really bad for Luke in the TV series, because he doesn't really have anyone he has connections to apart from Maya, which that relationship is growing between the two, like a fatherly daughter relationship, and he has Clary as well. So yeah, he has connections, but I was afraid in the season finale actually that they were going to kill Luke off. I was like, that sounds like a goodbye, like the last time you'll see those 2 characters together, Clary and Luke. So that's the major difference. That's one of the major differences between the Mortal Instruments and the Shadowhunters TV series. Another major difference was the use of the Mortal Sword. Normally the Mortal Sword can just draw out the truth from anyone, and I think it has other little abilities to it, but I don't think, someone's going to correct me if I'm wrong in this, please do correct me, but I don't think the Mortal Sword was used to try and kill all mundanes. I don't think that's what one of its powers was. So that's what another big major difference from the Mortal Instruments books to the series is because the sword wasn't used as a downwielder killing machine. I actually liked that element to that the series added to it, because I just sort of saw the sword as really just like useless. I was like, okay, you can't do much, it's just a sword. A magical sword that can draw out the truth, that's pretty much what it does. The major difference between the series and the books was the character of Dot. Dot was only really a temporary character in the first book. He wasn't the young warlock we saw in the first two seasons. She's actually just a mundane who just does psychic reasons and everything. And she turns out to be later to be possessed by a demon, or a greater demon, and tries to kill Clary and everyone else to try and get the Mortal Cup. But the TV series, she's actually a really good character, but I don't like how she just comes out of nowhere sometimes. I'm just like, okay, what's she doing back here? Like, learning that Dot was alive in season 2, I was just like, what was the point? I don't understand. But that was up for producers, and I'm not going to argue with producers because at the end of the day it's their creation. I really did like the relationship between Dot and Clary as well. I thought that was very good to have that kind of bond with Clary, that sort of bond that Clary has with her own old life. Another major difference, spoiler alert for both series and books, is that Imogen Onadale is still alive. Like, when she finds out who Jace is in the second book, she dies almost immediately, so you're just like, okay, we don't really see that character anymore after that. But in the Shadowhunters TV series, they've actually kept her in. I actually do like that. I like there's like one more person in Jace's life who is actually biologically his family, whereas Clary's just like, I'm all alone now. Oh, actually, that's not technically true. Sebastian's still out there, but he's a bit of a creep. Another major difference between the books and TV series is that Isabel's addiction story. She's addicted to Yin Fen. Let's hope I'm getting that right. It's basically vampire venom that is made into like this little creamy stuff that she puts on her back after she's been injured by a stupid doctor. Well, he was like the head of the institute, but he used to be a medical person. That was another like thing I liked about the TV series, that they explored Isabel's character more, because I didn't realise until Isabel's character was explored in the TV series that we didn't really get that much exploitation in the books. Like, even though I related to Isabel on so many levels and I loved her so much, I didn't really get to see her as herself a lot. Like, I normally just sort of saw her with romantic pairings or anything like that. I'm gonna have a feeling that everyone's gonna kill me now. But to be honest with you, I wish there was like a standalone, I don't know, I'm thinking about it all over again. I wish they would have done that in the books a bit more, but I do appreciate what I got from the books of Isabel's character, as well as in the TV series. So they both have good sides, okay? Both on good side, no bad blood, okay? The similarities are pretty basic, the characters. I actually said this in the beginning, didn't I? But the main plot points are pretty much the same in the books and the TV series, like the stopping Valentine, finding the Mortal Cup, finding the Mortal Sword, finding the Mortal Mirror, and basically Jason, Clary finding out about their angelic blood boost, if you want to call it that, I don't know. What we get in the TV series a bit more than we do in the books is that we see more characters than just Clary, Jace and Simon. We see Isabel, we see Alec, we see Magnus, because in the first 3 books we didn't see a lot of Magnus's and Alec's relationship, and I like how we did see a lot of it in the TV series. I think the Shadowhunters TV writers / producers are big Malik fans, can I just say. Overall, I would always say the books are better no matter what, but it's nearly like a big tie. The TV series brings so much more, and you get so much more context of everything in the TV series, and that's why it trumps the film, which I'll be talking about in another video. And like, it's nearly a tie, but overall I'm a book fan lover, so I have to pick the books as the overall winner. They will always win. So let me guys know what you think about the books versus the TV series. The similarities are there that I didn't mention, as well as differences that I didn't mention. Sorry I didn't get around to every difference and comparison. I'm basically not going on the top of my head, but I did do a bit of research beforehand. I'm just going off the top of my memory now. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye! Mwah!